Hello everyone, welcome to my YouTube channel. If you like our stories, make sure you subscribe. In the small, forgotten town of Cisco DR, nestled deep within a dense forest, an ominous tale of horror had plagued the residents for generations. It was a chilling story that had been whispered in hushed tones, a tale that had driven many to abandon their homes and seek refuge far away. But for those who remained, the legend of the Cisco Doctor horror endured. The story began many decades ago, during a time when the town was prosperous and its residents lived in harmony. Cisco Doctor was known for its lush, towering trees that seemed to touch the heavens, their branches forming a dark canopy that blocked out the sun. But beneath the shadow of those trees lay a secret, a malevolent force that had lain dormant for centuries. It all started with the arrival of a mysterious stranger named Elias Blackwood. He was a tall, gaunt man with piercing blue eyes that seemed to see into one's soul. Elias came to Cisco DR under the pretense of seeking refuge from the outside world, claiming he was a scholar of ancient lore. He rented a small cottage at the edge of town, far away from prying eyes. As the days turned into weeks, the townsfolk began to notice strange occurrences. At night, they would hear eerie whispers carried by the wind, and their dreams were filled with nightmarish visions. Shadows danced in the corners of their vision, and an unsettling feeling settled over the town like a thick fog. It wasn't long before people started to vanish. At first, it was a stray cat or a dog, but soon it was people, children, adults, and the elderly alike. They would disappear without a trace, leaving behind empty homes and broken families. The townsfolk grew increasingly paranoid, and rumors of the stranger Elias Blackwood began to circulate. Some claimed he was a warlock who had brought a curse upon Cisco DR, while others believed he had made a pact with malevolent spirits that haunted the forest. Fear and suspicion turned the once close-knit community into a fractured, terrified group. One fateful night, a group of brave residents, armed with torches and pitchforks, marched to Elias Blackwood's cottage. The air was thick with tension as they banged on his door, demanding answers. When Elias finally opened the door, his eyes glowed with an unnatural light, and he smiled, revealing rows of sharp, pointed teeth. The confrontation that followed was horrifying. Elias unleashed dark magic upon the mob, causing some to writhe in agony while others were lifted into the air, suspended by an unseen force. Their screams echoed through the night, but none could escape his malevolent power. It was as though he had tapped into the very heart of the forest, drawing its ancient and malevolent energy. The survivors who managed to flee the cottage were forever scarred by what they had witnessed. They realized that Elias Blackwood was no ordinary man but a vessel for something far more sinister, a being that hungered for the souls of the living. The curse of Cisco Doctor had taken root, and it was spreading like a disease. Desperation drove the remaining residents to make a final, desperate plea for salvation. They sought out the wisdom of an elderly woman, a hermit who lived on the outskirts of town. She was known as the Oracle of Cisco DR and was said to possess ancient knowledge of how to banish malevolent entities. The Oracle, an old crone with milky white eyes, listened to their pleas and nodded solemnly. She explained that the forest itself was tainted, and to break the curse, they would need to confront the entity within it. But it would require a sacrifice, the purest of souls willingly offering their life to save the town. As the townsfolk debated who should make this ultimate sacrifice, a young girl named Eliza stepped forward. She was known for her kindness and innocence, and her heart was filled with compassion for her suffering town. With tears in her eyes, she volunteered to give her life to save Cisco DR. The Oracle led Eliza and the townsfolk deep into the heart of the forest, to a place where the trees seemed to close in, their branches entwined like skeletal fingers. There, in a clearing, they performed a ritual to summon the malevolent entity. Elias Blackwood appeared, his eyes filled with a mixture of hunger and rage. But as he approached Eliza, her pure heart shone brightly, and a blinding light erupted from within her. The entity screeched in agony as it was banished from Cisco DR, its malevolent presence dissipating like smoke in the wind. Eliza collapsed, lifeless, but her sacrifice had saved the town. The curse was broken, and Cisco Doctor began to heal. The remaining residents vowed never to speak of the horrors they had witnessed, and they erected a monument in Eliza's honor, a reminder of her selfless bravery. To this day, Cisco Doctor remains a quiet, forgotten town, its dark history buried beneath the thick canopy of the forest. But those who still live there know that the legend of the Cisco Doctor horror is a warning, a reminder that malevolent forces can lurk in the most unexpected of places, waiting to be awakened by the unsuspecting.